happening, you guys? Alright, today is the 22nd of June, Saturday, early afternoon, I would say. Well, yeah, it's about almost 1:30 in the afternoon. We are just north of Salt Lake City and heading northbound on Interstate 15. It is time to make a delivery, or almost time to make a delivery to, we're going to be going to the Kroger / Smith's Food and Drug Distribution Center in Layton, Utah. It's about a little bit more than 10 miles out, actually 12 miles right now from here to the customer. It's not due for delivery until tonight at, I want to say, 2200, 10 p.m. for those of you guys who are military time challenged. But I'm going to get over there now. I can't go on the property until right before my appointment time, but I can at least go there and send my arrival call, and then I can go ahead and PC over to somewhere safe and legal to park. I have an idea where I'm going to try to park. If that doesn't work out, I might end up going up to the Flying J in Ogden, which is about 10 miles north. So we'll cover all that. I will probably do high speed on the, if I end up having to go to Flying J, but that's pretty much what's going on. I just want to get daytime arrival. We'll talk about that, what's going on, and have something a little bit to talk about. I try not to make the video too long, so if it comes down to it, I'll high speed I don't know, might high speed the footage after I get through sending my arrival call, and may actually cut out the coming back to the customer part. So anyway, I've never actually been to this particular customer myself. I have a number of friends who've been there more than once though, so it's hit and miss. I mean, if you read the reviews, I see a lot of par for the course for Kroger type facilities. Where they take a long time to do anything. Where it takes a while to get you into a dock door sometime. Or it seems like most people, it seems like it don't take too long to get into a dock door, but it takes time to get unloaded, and even more time to actually get their bills. A lot of people don't understand that just because the door light turns green doesn't mean the receiving office actually has the bills. The guys who unloaded your trailer are probably still doing inventory and quality checks, probably moving the product over. They have to re-palletize it all, organize it into a bunch of different pallets, or even put it into different trailers in the process. You never know. So don't sit there and try to armchair quarterback how customers do things when you don't have a clue how they actually do it, or how they could be doing it better. You have to know their actual process before you actually know what real advice you can give on how to make it better. Obviously, if they're experts on doing that, they would make it faster if they could. But it's easier said than done sometimes. That said, though, alright, so I was, let's see, by the way, okay, before I get to today's topic, I do want to point out that this load that we have is that load that we picked up in Carson, California, from General Mills. It's actually a load of yogurt. We're going to be getting off at exit 331. That's the same one that I think that's the same one I used to get off at to deliver to the Sam's Club. And then you just go right down the street, past the railroad tracks, and down the street to get to where Kroger's at, or Smith's. Anyway, it's yogurt. And when I'm thinking yogurt, for some stupid reason, the first thing that came to mind was the movie Spaceballs. You guys, hopefully you guys have all seen that movie before. A very funny Mel Brooks spoof of Star Wars, and parody type movie. All right, right, so there's a person in there who's basically the parody version of Yoda from Star Wars. He goes by the name Yogurt. So that came to mind. And ironically, just read yesterday that actually they're working on a sequel to that movie now. Even though that the first movie came out, 30 or so years ago. I don't even remember what year it came out. It's been a long time though. But yeah, it's they're going to be doing a new version of it. I'm interested in seeing how that turns out. Mel Brooks, I guess, he's kind of an acquired taste at first, kind of like Quentin Tarantino, but once you get to understand him a little bit better, or understand what the content is about, it kind of grows on you. At least that my experience was. Like Blazing Saddles. My first time ever watching it, I hated it. I didn't understand it. It was a bunch of racist crap, and I didn't know why anyone in their right mind would want to watch that movie. You know, how many times I got to hear a bunch of stupid rednecks calling this one black guy an N-word? You know, and I don't, it's not none of that culture is something I can get on board with. So, you know, I had a hard time with it. I ended up stopping watching it because I got sick and tired of hearing these stupid rednecks calling him the N-word. But then I kept having other friends telling me how great the movie was, how funny it was, and all that. Even had black friends telling me they enjoyed the movie. I'm like, what the hell? Why would you? And I didn't understand it at the time. And then I ended up watching it again just because the other people I knew were, no, you got to give that movie a chance. Watch the entire thing and you'll understand it a little bit better. They were right. I watched the whole movie and it turned out it was actually a good movie. I did not expect it. I deal with some stuff that you don't want to hear and stuff or see, whatever, but it was a good flick. Spaceballs, yeah, you really have to be able to, you have some knowledge of the original Star Wars movies, or episodes 4, 5, and 6. Because those were the only ones that I think were out at the time when Spaceballs came out. And I thought it was really funny. John Candy as Bartholomew, I think that's what his character name was. He's supposed to be like the Chewbacca type spoof. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that movie whenever it actually does make it out. Okay. Now, I remember to Google, and it suggested a different exit than, let me zoom back out. I think when I first had Google setting me up, it was actually wanting me to take this exit here, Layton Parkway. But I'm going to actually take Hillfield Road. It's exit 331. And we'll come back down from the north. I want to say 332. I want to say it's the same exit that the Sam's Club and Home Depot are off of. I know in the past we've been able to park over there on the street by Home Depot, but I don't know if it's still allowed. We'll give it a try, possibly. That's what I'm going to tentatively try to do. But if I see no parking signs there, I'll probably just go up to the Flying J in Ogden. Could always get a shower on there anyway, I guess. So I guess that'll work. And I have a cousin who lives in the far west and North Ogden area. Might be more encouraging for her to stop by to visit if I go ahead and go up to the Flying J. But it's like 10 miles north, and I want to try to stay real close by to the customer if I can. All right. So on another note, let's see. Let me go ahead and just get zoomed in here for you guys. I don't think I'm going to have time to cover what I intended to talk about. So how about this? I think we'll get to the customer first, and then I'll figure out where we're, I don't know. We'll have to do some of this topic before we get to customer and some more after we leave there to go find somewhere to park. So I'm going to talk about some experiences with fatigued driving. One of my friends I was just on the phone with today asked me about that, if I've had to deal with fatigue. I'm like, shit, yeah, like what I'm going through right now, like I'm okay now, but earlier I was kind of battling a little bit of fatigue because I hadn't gotten like a real good sleep. Let me see if I can get moved over here to this lane. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to make the left here. Now, let me share a few experiences I've had with fatigue and driving. Now, today wasn't too bad. It was a little bit rough, but not too bad. But I had one case when I was running a Walmart dedicated where I actually had an experience with what you call microsleep while actually in the middle of driving. That's a very scary experience. I think I might have talked about this before, but just in case you're new to the channel or you never heard the story before, we'll talk about it. I was running a Walmart dedicated from...
Upcoming violation. 8-hour rest limit.
Okay, I was doing Colton to Sacramento load, and I was on the 210 freeway heading west, just past Pasadena, just past the 134 and 210 split. I think I was over in the area of Altadena, somewhere in that area, not too far past Pasadena. We got green arrow, dude. You can move. So anyway, I'm like really tired, and there's nowhere to stop over there. Best place I knew where to stop that I could legally do it was maybe the rest area over there at Fraser Mountain Park on I-5.
Upcoming violation.
Where the
8-hour rest limit.
County line are at. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll keep going straight and then make the left onto Sugar Street. And straight up ahead over here is the Sam's Club that I used to deliver to regularly. If I recall, right over here on the left, I want to say is the Home Depot. Down the street or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while. But anyway, yeah, I'm really fatigued, and I remember I started blacking out and seeing stars and stuff. I'm trying hard to stay awake. Okay, there's Walmart right there. Yeah, see, there's the Sam's Club. And okay, but I remember there was a couple of minutes or so over there where I honestly don't remember anything. Like I remembered I started seeing stars while I was right behind another truck, and then I remembered seeing even when I kind of came back to, I realized that I'm still following the truck and I'm still in my lane, and I don't know how. And I knew I'm pretty sure there were curves in there as well. So I'm like scratching my head. How in the hell did I even figure this out? There's a Prime truck over here and there a lot. Used to be when I delivered over here, I'd see OTR trucks parked over there a lot. But is this Sugar? I think it is. Yeah, it is Sugar Street. Okay, we're gonna make the left here. Anyway, it's a scary thought. And, I ended up, it scared the shit out of me to the point where I stayed awake. But, I ended up getting up to the rest area there in Fraser Mountain Park and took a nap for 30 minutes. And I remembered I was afraid that I was going to not want to get out of bed if I went back to the bunk to sleep. I don't like sleeping in the driver's seat, but I was afraid that I would not want to get up if I went back there. So I stayed in the driver. I parked, stayed in the driver's seat, reclined the seat all the way back. All right, let's see where we're at here. Yeah, we can take this all the way down to Center or Gentle Street, whatever. I got these cars behind me, so it's going to be a little hard to send my arrival call, apparently. Alright, so yeah, right here I guess will be where we'll check in at. Yeah, that looks like it's it. Truck route. So I'm tempted to turn down there, but it's all red. Red curbs everywhere. No semi-parking signs. Let me go ahead and me come into the median, because I need a semi-arrival call while I'm here, and then we'll continue our way up. Just want to be out of the way. What's this guy stopping for? Okay, I don't know why that guy was stopping right there, but him stopping conveniently right there was causing the lane to be blocked with me being in the middle. So, okay, what's this say? No trucks over 13,000 pounds. How am I supposed to get turned around then? That's great. How am I supposed to? Yeah, I can't get turned around. I see a truck, no trucks over 13 sign right there, but I don't see anything on this side. So, and I can't just back up or whatever. It's not safe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to see if might be able to use that driveway right there. See if I can get, yeah. See if I can get through there, since I'm not technically supposed to be on this road. But I do want to just go straight down the street to, but, yeah. Alright, this is bullshit. This is a never-ending sea of fucking cars coming. I'll never have an opening, so fuck them. We're done here. I'm not playing this fucking game here. I'm not gonna make unsafe moves here, because there'll never be an opening here. Hopefully I don't get caught by the cops being over here. I'll tell them, yeah, it doesn't do me much good when I come around a curve and all of a sudden I get greeted by a sign right there saying I can't go either direction, and there's nowhere for me to go. And I tried to turn into the damn gas station, I can't. Okay, that street right there is the one I would have ideally wanted, but I can see for good reason why it's not a truck legal route. So I gotta do the next best thing, and that's just come up here to I forget that parallel road there. I'll come back up it. There's some nice homes over here. Next to some so-so homes, I guess, but townhomes here. There's a few nicer homes over there, though. Screw it. I'm not going to screwball around with this. I'm just going to go ahead and go up to the Flying J. I don't want to screwball around with whether or not I can find parking there. We'll just make it quick and easy. Get up to Flying J and call it a day. Now, one of my former trainees lives in this area, though, so I could probably also have asked him for good spots where I could park. Don't come chase me, cop. Don't think I didn't see you there. Okay, be a left turn up here, and then another 2 more left to get on to. Yeah, keep going that way, cop. I don't want you pulling me over for this. It's just like, oh man, I feel like paranoid. Is he gonna come turn around and chase me now? Oh, you motherfucker. Another potential spot would kind of wonder if I could use the, let's see if I can slide over, be the Walmart in Riverdale. It used to be we could park over there, but I don't know if we still can. I'd need to confirm with my friend if trucks can still park over there. Alright, but anyway, yeah, we'll just go ahead and go up to Flying J. We'll make it a little easier. Okay, so going back to that story there, though, that was an experience I never wanted to have again. Now, something else some of you guys might have heard about in trucking is something called seeing the black dog. And basically what that entails is something that I can relate when I was parked in that rest area that same night. Now, it doesn't have to be a black dog. It can be anything. In my case, now I'm sitting there sleeping in the driver's seat, chair all the way back, my feet up on the dash to try to prevent my body from thinking that I'm actually driving. And I remember before my alarm went off, I don't know, about 5-10 minutes before my alarm went off, I remember waking up to the belief that I was actually in the middle of going off the road and about to crash into trees and stuff. So that's what it was basically a hallucination or a lucid dream. Your body knows that you're not supposed to be sleeping, and so it'll try it, and as a survival technique, it'll actually try to wake you up by doing something that'll scare you like that. And for some people, it's seeing a black dog running across the road. So others, it might be maybe a woman and a child or children going across the road. Some others, it might be a car cutting you off or something, and you need to react to it. So, yeah, and I remember when I woke up from that, my first reaction was to hurry up and just grab the steering wheel. I didn't jerk it or steer it or anything, but I remember grabbing it right away and hitting the brake pedal really quickly. And then as like half a second later, I realized, wait a minute, I'm still asleep. I'm still parked. What the hell just happened here? And it was my body thinking that I was driving even though I wasn't. And it was trying to wake me up to keep me, because it thought subconsciously thought I needed to be awake. So that's where I've seen the black dog thing comes from. I had another case where I was a witness to it, or not really a witness. I was eastbound on Interstate 40, just east of Memphis, Tennessee. 25 miles or so east of Memphis. I go around and get over this hill, and right on this little hill, and right on the other side of the hill, I realize there's a truck on the right shoulder laying on its right side. Nobody else there. And even more interesting was the lights were all still on. I saw the trailer lights on first, and I usually don't see that. Usually a truck that's already been laying there, most of the time the lights are going to be off. It's not always the case, because I have seen some other cases where the lights get left on, even though it's maybe already been dealt with, but they'll just recover it later. Sometimes that does happen. But this particular case, the lights were on, nobody was around, there was nothing, there were no flags or of any other kind to identify that the thing had been sitting there already. You know, no cones or streamers and stuff. So I suspected it had just happened. So I get up to, I end up stopping, and I call 911 to just double check. Hey, do you guys know anything about a rollover at mile marker 27? And they go, no, what, or at least they didn't, it didn't sound like she was familiar with of anything going on over there. So I go, yeah, there's a truck laying on its right side on the right shoulder on the eastbound side at mile marker 27. So they send the cops and EMS out right away as a precaution. And I'm still on my way back to the other guy's truck to check on it, and I see that the guy is actually still in the truck, kind of sitting up right here in this area, I guess, right between where the front section and the sleeper meet up. And what's going on up here? We're not having another damn traffic break, are we? We've already had 2 of those. Alright, anyway. So I see through the windshield that he's right there, and then he ends up basically climbing up from the chair. I can't remember, I think his window might have been open, I can't remember. That, or he opened the door and basically climbed out, and then I think he went through the window. And then he jumped out onto the ground, and then when he came out, evidently he was fine. And then he asked if he could use my phone to make a phone call, apparently to his dispatch in Brownsville, Texas. And I think I'm going to need to move left, because I saw that 2 right lanes closed sign up ahead. Okay, so yeah, Riverdale right here where I-84 and I-15 meet up. It's an option there. Anyway. So anyway, I go, yeah, it's let me finish my call with this the 911 dispatcher first. Let her know that you're okay and all that, and then I'll let you use it. Well, by then, before I got done with the call, apparently these guys who were witnesses to the incident, who were actually going westbound, who actually watched it happen, they actually got off at the next exit that they could, and then came back around to check on the driver after they watched them do it. So it happened that quickly after I got there, got there, that I beat the actual eyewitnesses to the scene. And now, while I'm there though, the driver's telling me that he got cut off by a dark colored car. And I remember are we sure about this? Because I don't remember seeing any dark colored cars in the area, and it had to have just happened right before I got there. Because, like I said, the lights were on. I got there even before the eyewitness, the 2 dudes who were on the way back to Arkansas actually watched it happen. I was there before them. So it told me right there it had to have happened very, very recently. And it was like there was no other traffic in the area. There was very sparse. I think there might have been 1 vehicle, and then I'm still also thinking, well, why the hell would you swerve or whatever all the way over into the soft shoulder to avoid someone who's cutting you off? Why not just hit your brakes? Stay in your lane and hit your brakes, and then if they're going to hit you, it's hey, hopefully you got a dash cam and it'll prove that they intentionally did it or something. Now my cameras, you try that shit on me, and I'm not changing lanes. And if you hit me, I got a camera that'll prove it that you caused it. So, but anyway, yeah, I even later on in that incident there, I downloaded all the data, all the footage, as I started my shift in Palestine, Arkansas, which I'd only been on the road hour and a half, whatever the hell it was. And I moved it over to my tablet, took my tablet over to where they were at, and then there were the two cops and him were at. And then I go, hey, you said it was a dark colored car, right? Like, so I'm trying to insinuate that if someone actually cut you off, then I'll have footage of them being in the area and might be able to get their license info or what kind of car or whatever at least. And let me get around these two cement trucks. My exit's coming up before long though, so I don't want to camp out here for too long. See if I can get around these guys before I need to be over there though. Usually if I'm within 2 miles of my exit, I'll move over to the exit lane and stay there no matter what. But these guys are running slow enough, I think I can get over there and not really be a problem for them. Alright, so I tried to show them the footage. And before I even got a chance to show him even one clip, he goes, don't worry about it, man, we got it from here, but I appreciate you stopping to help and all that. And like, well, if you had any validity at all to your story, then I'm going to have evidence here that, it'll corroborate your claim, and you can use it. But the fact that he didn't want to see it kind of told me that it was a bullshit story. And the only thing I could think of was either he fell asleep behind the wheel, or he was texting and driving and wasn't paying attention until it was too late. But I have given the time, it was early in the morning, like 2:30 or 3:30 or whatever it was in the morning. I figured, he must have, he probably fell asleep. It was the right time of day when it's common for that to happen. But yeah, that's a common bullshit story that people give, or maybe they actually think that it happened because their brain subconsciously told them that's what happened, but it really didn't. We actually had an incident with a JCT contractor a few years ago on the 10 freeway in the Pomona or Claremont area of California. And this incident, the driver ended up, I don't remember if he rolled over or whatever, but I remember there was enough impact where the engine actually severed from the engine and ended up all over the road. I think one of the axles, I can't remember if it was a steer axle or a drive axle of some sort, ended up sitting on the guardrail, the barrier, the K-rails there, in between the eastbound and westbound lanes. And as I recall, I remember hearing that driver said the same thing, somebody cut him off. Like, seriously? Someone cut you off, I don't think you're going to lose control like that and go smacking into a wall or something like that. I think more likely it's the case is you fell asleep or you were distracted driving or something. I don't know. I don't know the truth on that incident. I just know it was a JCT trailer being pulled by a third-party contractor, on doing our logistics loads. That's about it. What's it? That's motel parking though, so I don't think I can really park there unless I pay for a room. Okay, let's see if Creed or whoever that is not going that much slower, that much faster, so. And I got a red light up here anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hopefully we'll find a place to park over here. Shit, I'll even pay for a reserve spot if I have to. But speaking of with bullshit stories involving dark colored vehicles, What is it with people telling bullshit stories about stuff, and it's always a dark colored vehicle, even when it's not someone fell asleep behind the wheel and are claiming that a dark colored car did it. There was one time I was living in San Jacinto, California, and I was on my way to work at the base, and it was right before 6 a.m. I'm going up this one particular road, and that morning I did not see one person of any kind walking on that street going to school. Now, I know there was a neighborhood just east of the street that I was going up, and they had to go east to get to the particular school they were supposedly going to. Looked like we might have some openings there, including next to another JCT/Hirschbach up there. I'm gonna come around over on this side, and then so we can find over here. Anyway, though, there was a high school age girl who said she was on her way, she was walking to school when somebody in a dark colored Honda, whatever it was, or pickup or whatever, came up and started annoying her, like basically trying to hit on her and stuff. And turned out, and it was right at 6 a.m. or right before, whatever. At the same time, I was going through there, so I'm like, if that's true, then how come I don't see anything? Yeah, I didn't see anybody there. Alright, this looks like we might be all occupied here. It's a couple of JCTs over here. You can always park right up there by that bobtail. There's an opening right there. There's plenty of openings. I'm gonna go ahead and park over here and park. And there's all kinds of Hirschbach and JCTs. I see at least 4 of them here. This one here, 2 more over here in this party row, another one back there right up against the building. Alright, how about, I'll put it next to this other Hirschbach. This light pole might make a bit of a challenge there. And even better, right next to two reefer drivers. So I don't have to worry about anybody bitching about the noise from my reefer unit. Come on. Quit shifting. Fucking truck wants to shift gears when it's not appropriate. Are you gonna creep or not? Are you gonna creep or not, you stupid truck? Holy shit, man. I'm like expecting it to take over on its own, and it's not, and now I'm having to play guessing games that if it's ever gonna do it. Okay, so ultimately, let's go ahead and wrap this up now. So it turns out this case where this girl was claiming to the cops that she was being annoyed, whatever, sexually annoyed by someone. It got reported, and again, I'm thinking bullshit. And then it turns out a couple of weeks later, there was another update from the police department in the local newspaper saying that it turned out the girl made the whole story up. It's like, and every time I've heard stories like that where someone said that someone tried to kidnap them or whatever it was, they're always on like a dark green pickup or car or whatever, or a black one or something along that line. I'm like, so I'm wondering if there's something to that as well. Are people actually hallucinating that, dreaming that something actually happened but didn't, or are they just looking for attention, or what? You guys tell me, what do you think on that, right? Maybe if you've had any other, especially if you're a trucker, if you ever had any relatable stories of your own that you can share. Alright. Well, we'll go ahead and continue this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start the next clip. The next scene will actually be right from the guard shack at the customer, okay?
I saw Nightwish when Sabadon came with them. Sabadon was it was the Layton, Sabadon, Nightwish. That was the concert I saw them. First time I'd ever heard of Sabadon, and I was like, God, they got a stage presence.
It's rare I run into people who are familiar with them at all, too.
Yeah. Well,
cool. Yeah, great talking to you. Alright guys, we're checked in here. Get that thing out of here. Okay, pleasant surprise there. So this guy here, one of the guys who was checking me in, turns out he's a Nightwish fan. Yeah, he and I are both talking there about how, you know, it's rare that I run into people who are even familiar with that group at all. And it was cool, because he saw my shirt and he's like, he thought it said Nightwish, but he wasn't sure, and because my vest was in the way. And then he's like, "Is that a Nightwish shirt?" And I go, "Yeah, sure is." And then we started talking, chit-chatting about some of the other symphonic metal groups that we're both familiar with. That. And he was mentioning a bunch of group names, and I was familiar with every single one of them. And even one of the groups that he mentioned, they were in concert with Nightwish when I went to a Nightwish concert in LA with my wife a couple years ago. Then I was telling him about how we just went to a Chandria concert just a month or two ago. That was cool. It's so rare that I run into somebody who's even familiar with them. Okay, so we're going to dock into door 7, which sounds like it's over here by the corner. Yeah, I see 7 over here, pretty close to where this other truck's at. Slide tandems back, open doors and all that. We'll go ahead and get over here. And when we get through docking in, we're going to disconnect. Don't you dare go into drive mode. Alright, let me get it. Okay, let me get my doors open and all that. Man, I can't figure out if this guy's trying to dock in or out. Looks like he's trying to leave. I did hear is tighter docking here. Okay. Yeah, it looks on the tight side, but now tandem's all the way back out. Get that barrel out of the way. It's, I don't know, might be alright, but alright, we'll see what we can do. There's a barrel in between my door and the one and door 6 or whatever it was. What he said, they have to put signs up saying don't hit the fence, because people will hit it. Don't get out of creep mode, asshole. I think I Yeah, I'm a little bit tight on that. My trailer will clear, but the door won't. Come on. Right where I want the tandems, but my drive tires are starting to overshoot. Alright, not too bad. Well, there's no trucks hooked up to their trailers there. It's, yeah, I don't think it's all that bad. Okay. Alright, yeah, so I was waiting on ShipX to get back in this truck, so I don't like to maneuver when someone's outside, in between my truck and there. Well, the trailer, I mean, since I was disconnected from the trailer, it wasn't such a big deal, but I couldn't see where exactly he was at. Or actually, I was able to see after I started looking in the monitor, but man, I think he was hooking his lines up, but he was about done. So I was like, I better wait. Okay, so the office, I guess, he said something about knocking on the window or something along that line. Yeah, I guess this is it right here. Is this the Bobtail area right here? To be a yard jockey trying to get yeah, that's a spot right there, looks like. So hate to be trying to get these trailers in and out of here with trucks right there. Gotta watch this guy's mirror. We also gotta watch that. I moved my mirror downward because I can't see the stairs right there. Yeah, we're good. Alright, we should be good. Okay, we'll have some more fuel and we're knocking out, I guess. I think we just wait here. Alright guys, we're done loading. I mean, done unloading, whatever. Let's go get our trailer back and get out of here. It's about 12:38, 12:37, whatever, 00:37, whatever you want to call it. So a little more than 2.5 hours after my appointment time. So just a small amount of detention pay, more than likely. By the way, I noticed on my settlements that the way her detention pay works at Hirschbach is that they basically pay you 40% of whatever they invoice the customer for. I don't know what the hourly rate is that they invoice the customer for, but whatever it is, I get paid 40% of it. Alright. Why's my door light red? I'm gonna have to go ask, have her find out, why my door light is still red. Maybe they just forgot to change it, but general practice is don't pull away from a door that's red. I'll have to take a peek behind the trailer door or underneath whatever to see if the dock plate's is going across, or if the the bay door is open and all that. Okay guys, so this guy will be docking into door 6. Alright, that should be good enough. I don't really care where the tandems end up at. Alright, there we go. Okay, so the door light was just red because for whatever reason. Shut up. There's not even anything over there. But, alright, anyway, what was I saying now? Yeah, I double checked. I verified that the trailer lock system was in the unlocked position. And also double checked that the dock plate was actually down and not going across. And, the bay door was closed, so should be all right. All right, we'll get check that over here, and we'll get out of here and let you know what's going on next. I need to send my my empty call first. We'll go ahead and stop here, and then we'll get out of here. Alright guys, empty call sent. Let's get rolling here. I got my doors open still because I assume that they're going to want to inspect the trailer before I leave. Let's see. Alright, we're good there. Okay. Just say proceed on guard's direction only. I wonder how many people they yell at for not reading that sign and following it. Can we pull all up that next line up there? Or?
You pull up, let me look in the trailer, you keep going.
Okay. Okay, I'm not turning off my engine just to freaking close the damn trailer doors. Stupid. Alright guys, we are out of here. Alright, so overall with this visit, not bad. Yeah, I had really good conversation with that guy at the guard shack when I was coming in. And let's see, I don't have it clear. Oh, for God's sake, shut up. I hate that system. Let me get this fixed here, so I don't have to keep listening to it. Okay. All right. So there was a sign there on the street, on the fence across the street, saying trucks turn right only. Of course, we figured that out the hard way earlier when we first showed up here to send our arrival call. And yeah, you gotta come out through here get out of here through Hillfield Road and not through Center or Central, whatever that street was called back there. All right. Oh, this guy coming out of the driveway. All right, so what's going on next? Hi, I'm trying to make sense of what he's doing. Okay. Yeah, I got a stop sign here also, so. Is that one of ours? What are we doing, dude? I don't know. He doesn't. I'm kind of confused what exactly he's trying to do. I don't know if he's waiting on me or what, but okay. I'm not going to keep sitting around waiting. Oh, that's someone else. Alright, so we're going to be reloading at the Tyson plant in Cedar Fort here in Utah. It's on the south end of the valley, I guess I would call it. If you're familiar with an area called Eagle Mountain, basically it's a mountain on the south side of the Salt Lake City area. Just on the west side of that mountain is the town of Cedar Fort. And that's where the Tyson plant is at. I guess it's a newer looking facility. From what I can best tell from info about it online is they don't have their own washout. So let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the Blue Beacon in Salt Lake City first. And after I get done with that, it's not due for pickup until 1300, but it is supposedly a drop-in hook. So there's a possibility the load's already ready to go. I don't know. But even if it's not, Google reviews on the place say it has online, it does have parking available. So I'm just going to go ahead and run straight over there after I get washed out and get it, at least get checked in and all that. So we'll have like an dark 30 type of arrival, even if we don't need to. Just depends on how long I end up spending at Blue Beacon. You never know, because I could still end up at Blue Beacon for a couple hours for all I know. That's what's going on next, right? We'll let you go, and we'll wrap this one up, and we'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Peace.